Good Thursday morning, Dan Hardenbrook coming to you from the Duke Sport Shop Studios, downtown Newberry. Hope your day is off to a good start so far. Let's keep it going with a look at your latest local news from around the region. It is your Newberry News Update here on M123 FM. Local news this morning brought to you by the Luce County Animal Shelter. Meet this week's adorable adoptable that is up for adoption. Meet Luther. This handsome guy would love to call your home his. Our pal Luther is a very calm, laid-back cat with plenty of love to spare. While Luther loves time and a lap being pet, he's also very independent and loves exploring. Luther is 1 year old, neutered, up to date on all shots, and ready to go. So if you'd like a new furry friend, consider adopting Luther. If you'd like to meet Luther or any of the furry friends that call the Luce County Animal Shelter home, call 906-293-6622 or email luceshelter.lcas@gmail.com. In your local news this morning, School Craft Hospital reminding residents around the region that they can now get Moderna vaccines in first, second, and third doses through their Moderna Vaccine Community Clinic. It'll be every Friday from noon until 3 at the Rural Health Clinic until further notice. It's open to Schoolcraft, Luce, Alger, Mackinac, and Delta County residents. Can schedule your appointment now by calling the hotline at 906-341-3775. Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital is reminding folks that as part of this set of clinics, Moderna vaccines are available for those 18 and up. Mackinac Island Fire Department Chief Jason St. Onge put out a statement on Facebook yesterday involving ice conditions between Mackinac Island and St. Ignace. St. Onge said that recently several local news agencies have released misinformation regarding the ice between Mackinac Island and St. Ignace. According to St. Onge, rumors have been reported that the ice is being checked daily by residents of Mackinac Island and St. Ignace. According to St. Onge and the Mackinac Island Fire Department, that is incorrect. No authority, entity, or organization goes on record as having checked the ice for safety or authorizes its use because conditions can often change by the hour. There's also no way to assure that any given time the ice is safe for crossing. And with that said, the Mackinac Island Fire Department says that the strong currents below the ice make for impossible forecasting or assurance. St. Onge went on in a statement to say that the report that if the trees are up, it's safe is also a mistruth of, quote, epic proportions. St. Onge says that if the ice broke up mid-span at any time, nobody would go out and take down the trees as it would be too dangerous. Conditions on the ice are communicated to the locals by word of mouth and not posted by official groups or organizations, as things often change too fast, too soon for any sort of official notification. St. Onge says that he cannot stress enough that the Straits of Mackinac is not an inland lake or your, quote, Grandpa's Mill Pond. They're constantly moving, fluid, and dynamic, should be treated with the utmost caution and concern by visitors. Each and every crossing should be done so at your own risk. The Grand Marais Area Chamber of Commerce is giving kids a chance to get in on the fun as part of the 2022 Winter Carnival weekend. They're holding a special sledding event for kids and families. Sweet treats will be available at the Grand Marais Hardware and Grand Marais Outfitters from 11 until 2 on February 19th as part of the event. A cardboard sled competition will take place that day at 2 p.m. at Bayshore Hill. You can pick up sled entries and waivers at the Mercantile or Hardware or email gmfisheries@gmail.com. The cardboard sledding competition as part of the Winter Carnival weekend in Grand Marais will include sled judging for the most creative sleds, followed by a downhill competition for those that make it the farthest. Everyone is welcome to enter. If you have any questions, you can contact the Grand Marais Fisheries Farm and Mercantile or the Grand Marais Area Chamber of Commerce. And G'day Consolidated Schools hosting a Drive Your Snowmobile to School Day for students in grades 7 through 12. That'll be Thursday, February 17th. Students participating must register with Mrs. DeWise in the office by Friday, February 11th, and those students younger than 16 must submit a proof of snowmobile safety Following the school day, the group that participates will travel to the Top of the Lake Snowmobile Museum for food and a short history presentation. For more information, you can contact Deb DeWise at Engadine Consolidated Schools and get information on the special event. Attorney General Dana Nessel has announced that she is issuing a notice of intended action against a group of Mackinac City hotels who have been alleged to participate in deceptive practices. Nessel issued the notice of intended action to the 3 Mackinac City hotels following an investigation into their business practices related to customer reservations. The investigation came after consumer complaints were focused on the Beach House Hotel, Crown Choice Inn and Suites, and the Hamilton Inn Select Beachfront. In a statement, the Attorney General's office says, quote, the complaints allege instances where consumers book rooms at the hotels that, while advertised as available and the reservations ultimately confirmed, were in fact closed without notice to the consumer. Upon arrival to the closed hotel, the consumer is directed to give the Hamilton Inn and given a substitute room with non-comparable amenities. The complaint also alleges consumers who decline to stay at the Hamilton Inn are denied refunds, citing a 72-hour cancellation policy. Refunds are denied even though the consumer was not made aware of the original hotel's closure any time prior to the consumer arriving in Mackinac City. The letter also details evidence gathered during the investigation. In one incident on November 4th of 2021, one of the department's special agents made a reservation at the Crown Choice Inn for the night of November 10th through a website identified as the official Mackinac City Chamber of Tourism, available at mackinac-city.com. The reservation was for a 2-bed Queen Lakeview balcony room and included access to 17 indoor pools and indoor water park admission wristbands. Although the agent made the reservation on November 4th, he did not receive email confirmation until November 9th, the day before his stay, and outside of the 72-hour cancellation window. In other words, according to the investigation, the reservation wasn't confirmed until it was too late to cancel without a penalty, according to the policy. On November 10th, when the agent arrived to check in at the Crown Choice Inn, the agent observed the vacancy sign was still illuminated, but it was otherwise apparent that the hotel was closed, as the agent observed an empty parking lot and dark interior of the building. The agent found the hotel entrance was locked with a sign on the door directing people to check in at the Hamilton Inn. When arriving there, the agent advised staff that he was here to check in at the Crown Choice Inn. For being asked to wait for staff to finish the daily audit, the agent returned approximately 15 minutes later, was advised that the Crown Choice Inn's water park was closed for cleaning, and his reservations had been moved. When the agent indicated he wanted to use the water park, staff advised that it was closed for cleaning and there were no other water parks in the area. It was past the point where the reservation could be canceled to receive a full refund. Nessel says, quote, tourism is part of the lifeblood for the economy in northern Michigan, whether it's our residents enjoying a long weekend or visitors coming to experience our majestic sand dunes, beaches, lakes, and ski slopes. Important that all consumers are treated fairly so that they look forward to sharing joyful stories with future visitors. Nessel says that her office will not tolerate actions that threaten the reputation in the tourism industry or harm consumers. The hotels have until February 18th to respond, take appropriate steps to address the department's findings. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update here on M123 FM. Once again, your local news this morning brought to you by the Luce County Animal Shelter. To adopt a new furry friend or volunteer and help out in your community, contact the Luce County Animal Shelter today. You can get a hold of the Animal Shelter by calling 906-293-6622 or email luceshelter.lcas@gmail.com. And don't forget, this week's adorable adoptable is Luther. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The Engadine Eagles boys basketball team picked up a huge victory when they knocked off the Mid-Peninsula Wolverines last night, 63-28. After an 11-game losing streak to start the season, Engadine finally got their first win of the season, also the first for Head coach Joe Brownson on the bench. Engadine controlled the rebounding advantage in the contest, also had balanced scoring. Matthias Miller had 19 points to lead the Eagles. All 5 starters finished with at least 8 points in the victory. High school hockey action tonight. The Manistic Emeralds co-op team will be in Munising to take on the Marquette Redmond JV. Game will take place at 7 o'clock at the Alger Centennial Ice Arena. Broadcast will be available on the Manistic High School Varsity Hockey Facebook page, as well as through M123 FM and the Newberry News. Big game for the Engadine Lady Eagles tonight. They continue their push for a conference crown as they take on the Pickford Lady Panthers. 5:45 for the JV game tonight, 7:15 in the varsity. Engadine and Pickford both ranked in the top 5 of this week's UP Sports Writers and Sportscasters UP basketball poll. Jim Harbaugh has finalized his staff heading into the spring practice season. Harbaugh officially announcing the hiring of new defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, calling it a seamless fit. Minter comes to the Wolverines after 1 season in Vanderbilt, but previously worked for Harbaugh's older brother John as a member of the Baltimore Ravens. Minter's knowledge of Michigan's system makes him an easy transition to the Wolverines. The rest of the defensive staff, Steve Klinkscale, DL coach and recruiting coordinator Mike Elston, linebackers coach George Hilo, and Harbaugh's brother Jay will serve as the safeties coach and special teams coordinator. Wolverines also announcing their reorganized offensive staff after the departure of offensive coordinator Josh Gaddis. Sharon Moore and Matt Weiss will share the offensive coordinator roles for the Wolverines next season. And running back coach Mike Hart has also added running game coordinator duties to his resume. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. Here is what you can expect: a slight chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy. High temperatures in the mid-20s. Winds will be 10 to 20 miles per hour. You can see gusty winds creating some areas of possible blowing snow. For your Friday snow showers, a high near 30, south winds 10 to 15, winds could gust as high as 25. And for your Saturday, mostly cloudy and cold, highs dipping all the way down to 7 degrees. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest news, sports, and weather. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.